Carolina Fishing TV, showing you how to catch more fish.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Carolina Fishing TV. Captain Mike Taylor, myself, Captain Jeff Cronk. We got John Roberts on board this morning. We got Folden Lee, a good friend of ours and good client. We're going to go ahead and head out of Swansboro this morning, run down the beach, and we're going to be targeting summer flounder, near shore, everything within five miles of the beach. Mike's been out there hitting them a little bit lately, so why don't you go ahead and tell them what we've been doing?
Yeah, we've been catching a handful. We've been starting out catching Spanish and kings and switching over and starting jigging. You know, we jig for about 2 or 3 hours. Been getting pretty good numbers. A lot of throwbacks. A lot of good keepers there too. Yeah,
we've had some 4 or 5 pounders. A lot of, like Mike said, a lot of small ones mixed in, but that's fishing. That's flounder fishing too. So
got a little bit of a front moving through here today. Some cloud cover. North wind about. It's supposed to be 5 to 10, but by that flag over there, it looks like it's about 15 right now. So.
Yeah.
That's no problem. Blowing off the beach.
Fold just put the first flounder of the day in. Look, 2 on right there, don't?
Yeah, he's about 14 and a half. He's too small.
Yeah, a little too small.
He's close. Yeah.
Come back next year.
You feel that little quiver? That's what.
Oh yeah.
I hope I didn't speak too soon.
Oh, that's nice. You ain't got nothing. Just throw him in the boat. Don't have to measure this one.
Hey John, they got a double on the other side. We're gonna go ahead and pull the boat to the port side real quick, okay?
Yeah, them guys just doubled up, and they were actually right on the ledge, and me and Folden was up on the high side. This ledge runs straight just like this with the boat. So I threw the motor in reverse and shifted the boat over there and got us right on the edge.
Appreciate that. I'm gonna take it back.
We doubled up.
I'm gonna take it back from you.
Got him on. That's a keeper.
Got a good fish there, Mike?
Yeah.
There you go. There's one about 16, 17 inches.
Oh my goodness, y'all.
Shark. Crank your lines up quick. We just came off about a week and a half to 2 weeks of real strong southwest winds. For about a week of that, we had a really good swell, you know, 4 to 5 foot ground swell or bigger, and that clouds up our water. We're sitting probably about a 3/4 mile off the beach right now. We're fishing around Tom Smith Rock and Key Post, and this stuff a week ago was real cloudy on the bottom, and you try to jig a flounder and you could hardly get a bite. The bottom, there you go. The bottom part of that, there's a flounder there. The bottom part of that water column, just a few feet off the bottom, gets real clouded up like that in a swell, and these fish kind of get left alone. And then it's been back to like the east and whatnot. There's one there, a decent one. He just come off the hook right near the boat. It's been back out of the east and northeast and southeast for a couple days, and that swell laid down, that water's cleared up, and that allows us to really use these jigs to work these bucktails and bounce them off the bottom and get those flounders' attention. There's a decent one there, nice flounder there. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a decent flounder right there. He's a solid 3-pounder, probably about 18 inches long, 18 and a half.
The flounder, they're laying on the bottom about half buried up. And you got to come to them. They're not going to come search out your bait like a king mackerel or a pelagic fish, something like that. They're not swimming around in the water column looking for food. They're laying on the bottom, letting the food come to them.
It's all about ambushing bait for them.
If you're up here high jerking that jig 3 or 4 feet off the bottom, he's not going to come up there and hit it. What you want to do is just work it just like this here, right close to the bottom, and he's laying there hidden. He's going to come up there and grab that bait. Another thing, we're power drifting here right now. We're working this ledge that's going this way, and we're working right down it, keeping that boat in reverse every now and then, zigzagging it, dropping off the deep, coming back up to the shallow, zigzagging, just right down it. And we've moved probably 50 yards down this ledge so far.
That's it. And you seriously need to be on the same side of the boat as Mike, because when he's zigzagging, he's going to keep his side of the boat on his.
No, no.
I got the right side of the boat today.
Although I can't say that because John just put that 3-pound flounder up on this side, so.
Yeah, like right
that was
now.
all skill.
Yeah, I got you there. We should do one side of the boat versus the other today. That's what we should do.
Oh no, there won't no way we'd get on the ledge again.
Nearshore Flounder, and people stop reeling when they see him. Oh yeah. My God, they stop. I'm like, bring him up out of the water for me, please. I'll net him, you just got to get him up. See, they'll stop by 3 foot down, don't they, Jeff? Every time.
Yeah.
It just freaks them when they see that big flounder.
This one will go 3 pounds plus. Look at that bucktail compared to that flounder. Half the time they swallow that entire rig. That bucktail's about 5.5 inches long or so. They'll swallow the entire thing. And that jaw, that fish is designed to actually swallow his bait whole. Those teeth right there are like a prison cell. They lock down on that bait, and he's got the bucktail, the head in there too. And you'll see, like when we get a strike, you'll see us get our slack out and slam them real hard. We're trying to hit it hard enough to get that 2-ounce lead back through his jaw to get that hook set into his jaw. If you don't, what ends up happening is that entire lead ends up staying inside of that fish's mouth, lead and all, just like that. He locks down, you don't set the hook, you've got no hook set. You're just bringing a fish up that's holding on to your bait. You get him up off the bottom a little bit or half of the top, he just spits your bait right out and you don't get him hooked up. So you got to lock down, smack him hard when he hits that bait. Oh, that's barely hooked. It's barely hooked. Nothing wrong with him.
Nice one. Good 17 inch.
I got to tell you, I love flounder fishing. A lot of times they flare their mouth open, whether it's a sea bass or a flounder. Make sure when you go to measure that mouth is closed all the way. That fish is just over 14.5, almost 14.75. You put him on ice, he's going to shrink. That fish right there will shrink about 1/16 of an inch, maybe as much as 1/8 of an inch. So if you catching a flounder and he's 15 inches on the mark, you know, that's your decision whether or not to keep that fish. My suggestion is let him go. If you are going to keep him, you better keep him in the live well, because that 15-inch fish, when you get to the dock and they go to measure him on you, he's going to come back and he's going to be sitting just like that, about 1/8 shy and undersized. Thud, thud, slow thud like that, that's a mother-in-law every time.
So does your mother-in-law have a big stomach like that one?
You're trying to get me in trouble, aren't you? That's a flounder there. That's a decent one here.
Oh yeah. He was worried about that net.
I was looking because he held me down for a minute. I was thinking, he's about 4 pounds, we're gonna get out the net, but
it's a nice one.
He ain't bad. He'll go 2 3/4 to 3.
Well, you guys are tied for the lead.
That's Captain Walter Bateman behind us. His client's got a shark on. The person gets a shark on, the best thing to do is get everybody else to clear their rods out real quick, because he usually swims around a big circle down below the boat and he'll wrap all the lines up.
He hit him on the way down. You know how that is, that tide we ripping. You're ripping from that way, and they'll get up on the up current side of it. Oh yeah, he might keep. Gotta know. This is a Bambino.
There's really 3 different species. You've got summer flounder, southern flounder, and then Gulf flounder. We don't see a lot of Gulf flounder, predominantly southern flounder and summer flounder. We fished near shore this morning around Tom Smith Rock, moved on out to one of the artificial reefs and tried it out and caught a mesa there, but there were a lot of small ones. We just moved offshore a little further, about 4 miles out. Big lizard fish. You'll see plenty of these come, especially as we get later and later in the summer into early fall. Pick up a lot of lizard fish.
Sea bass.
Now he's got another big lizard. That lizard fish will shake just like a flounder. Sometimes he's a little more violent though.
Oh yeah. Doubled up on flounder. This one right here, Keith. Don't try to move your that side over here, boy.
It's not fighting.
It's not a
Fighting there. Lizard.
lizard or, yeah.
No, it's a flounder.
All right, Jeff, you're on him over there.
Yeah, he's got one right there, a little 14-incher. Oof, that's a decent one there, isn't it? Oh, is that a flounder?
Are we shark fishing?
You need a net on that one?
Nah.
Nah.
I got a 50-pound test. Don't need no net. I don't care if you.
That's a good flounder there. Pretty fish right there.
I believe that one's as big as John.
It's close, it's close. John's is a little bigger than that. I believe John's got you by about an inch.
Well, that's probably the truth, but I don't know about the weight.
You got to cut all that out. You know it does.
Hey, what out?
I know you ain't got me by an inch,
Mine is
but
longer than yours. You know damn well it is. What are y'all talking about?
I was talking about the flounder. We were getting ready to make sure.
Oh, God, look here. Here you go, Mike.
Oh, look at this.
God, yeah, this is going to get him in.
I wouldn't net that fish for nothing.
This is definitely longer than yours.
That flounder's probably, what, 21 inches, isn't he?
It's a nice one.
Oh, we got toad.
Look at that mother.
Oh, you talked too soon, John.
Oh, son of a gun. If that was a flounder, it'd be a nice one.
He's a decent one, he feels like. Feels like he'll probably keep this one.
Flounder. Oh, look at him. You gotta love that.
That's a hard one right there, isn't he?
Yeah, he just stalled me out.
This one's 15 1/4.
That'll work.
You gotta hurry, because that one's coming in.
Oh, shark, shark.
Shark fishing over there?
No, he tried to get my sea bass. See him swimming there? You boys gonna let me catch them all here?
Trying to let you make up for this morning.
Got you.
Carolina Fishing TV.
You gotta hold him up so he swims. Like, kind of hold him up. You can't lay on the side. You gotta try to keep him down. Get him in the boat! Alright, Pastor. Oh, you let him get his head down.
Don't let him get his head down, Mike.
Why aren't you letting him take it? Holy stickers! You think they'll return that rod?
We're back on Carolina Fishing TV.
We started catching them, what, about the 15th of April this year?
Well, we were bonita fishing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a real good bite. Started out kind of early this year, actually. But you'll catch them out here right on, I want to say in close, probably right, what, they move off about in December, Jeff, when it gets real cold?
Yeah. You'll start to see them in about November sometimes, start to disappear off certain spots. And
you can still catch them. They stay off our beach. Christmas rock did them real good in January.
December and January out there. As long as that water temperature's up there above 60 degrees.
Any of your live bottoms, ledges, wrecks, I mean, they've caught them, I think Chuck.
Some of the biggest fish, yeah.
Yeah, Chuck Granger, he used to go out bottom fish around like WR2 and all them wrecks out offshore, and he'd catch just pigs.
Some of your biggest fish, some of those 10+ pounders will be around those wrecks. And obviously it's hard to fish around those wrecks. I mean, you know, that fish isn't gonna rise up off the wreck and chase your bait down like other species you're catching out there. So I mean, you got to bounce all around the base of the wreck, and that can be tough without snagging it. You know, so a lot of times the divers, that's where they pick up the big ones. They dive those wrecks and they come up with 10 to 15 pounders.
Some of our best days out here really is when it's rough. It's southwest wind, and you got a good west current. And when you got a lot of current, them flounders will come up to this structure, lay there, and just wait for the bait to come to them.
Unless the flounders are really stacked up in a spot, when it's really calm like it is right now and you're not drifting much, they have to be stacked up to do well because you're not covering any ground. So when we get those days, it's 10 to 15 mile an hour wind, or sometimes even stronger than that, you're able to drift so fast. And you know, we try to slow that drift just enough with that motor where we can actually tend bottom, and you cover that ground, and you know, you get on them. The biggest thing is you pop one flounder off a spot or off an area, just man overboard it. Man overboard it, go back and keep on drifting that place tight. They're usually not by themselves. The tails been missing off from that bait. You don't have to replace that thing. We just like it long enough where it's as long as the bucktail or longer. But I mean, just a piece of that bait left on there just for scent coming off from it. It's more of a reaction strike than anything, with that thing popping off the bottom real quick and it coming by that flounder. Can't stand it. He just jumps up and grabs it.
Oh yeah.
Nothing wrong with him. Pretty fish.
Nice. Got him.
Don't know? Hadn't used it.
Another keeper.
Let a storm come up and you'll know for sure, right?
Just got over, Mike. Leave a couple of these here for my char tomorrow now.
I ain't gonna say anything for him, but I think we took the lead by far.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Did you say something to me? Were you talking to me? That's a decent fish there. He came right back on it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
When you get a flounder strike and you miss it, leave it right there, ease it back down on him.
Oh, shark after.
Nothing wrong with that fish.
All right, everybody, we're back here at Dudley's Marina. Just put the flounders up on the deck, done a head count. We wound up with 28 flounders, 28 keepers. Well, we catch about 90 today.
Yeah, it was about 1 out of every 3 or so was a keeper.
Yeah, it was a great day. You know, we didn't have a good drift that we wanted. Didn't have a lot of current out there, but made it happen.
Well, I think we had some help today, some guys who knew what they were doing jigging too, so that helped out. We've been doing this all summer long. You know, it's really more weather dependent more than anything. If you can get out there and the weather's right, you got a good drift, and the bottom's not stirred up from a big swell or anything, you can do this.
Coming in here to August, you know, our wind's going to lay down, and it's going to switch up patterns where we're going to have more north wind. We slow our drift down with these 2-ounce bucktails. That's something to remember. You can't just go out there and take your boat out of gear. You're going to drift way too fast. You're not going to tend bottom. You're going to have to back up a little bit and slow your boat down. If you don't do that, you at least need to anchor. You're going to have to throw an anchor out and then throw away from the boat and work it to you.
Fulton, I appreciate you coming out to fish with us today. John, appreciate you coming out to fish with us today. Good job. I think you got probably about the biggest one on today. So.
Of course, mine was the biggest.
I don't think. I think you got the biggest today. I'll let you have it today. It was a great day.
Thanks for tuning in to Carolina Fishing TV.
We got a lot of cleaning here, boy.
You mean you didn't tell them that they got to clean the fish if they're taking them home?